What is up? I'm your glorious host, Mark, and I have watched over 200 anime. I'm here to review them. What is up? It's your glorious host, Martin, back with another one. Today we have a recommendation from Instagram, Yu Yu Hakusho. Like I said yesterday, I was gonna bring y'all an oldie, but my boy he delivered. He delivered for y'all. So Yu Yu Hakusho off rip, I personally would give it 9 out of 10. Hear me out. Hear me out. So I don't give it a 10 because of animation. I mean, it was, good animation for its time, but I'm real big on animation. Also, I feel like the beginning is a bit slow, but that's just like Hunter x Hunter. You got to learn the system and stuff. But as far as Yu Yu Hakusho goes, we have Yusuke Urameshi. He is the substitute spirit detective of the human world. So he dies in an accident trying to save a child, and through his courageous act, the spirit world decided to make him a detective. So he does normal stuff like with regular spirits and stuff, but he later on gets into with demons who are invading the world, and they just get more aggressive as Yusuke, you know, progresses through his journey. Kind of like one of those Batman things. I feel like once you're around, you just start attracting stuff. But hey, that's neither here nor there. So Yusuke is a courageous young guy in high school. He learns basically spirit manipulation. So he learns to use what's called spirit gun and spirit shotgun. They're blasts of spirit energy that he emits from himself, and he learns to use it in just like a combat form, also with hand to hand. Because that boy Yusuke, he's the king of we throwing hands. Yeah, Igris got that from him. So we also have who's later his best friend, but at first was his bully. We got Kuwabara. Kuwabara was at first a normal guy. Well, I don't think he was really normal because Kuwabara was one of the few humans in Yu Yu Hakusho who was able to see and perceive spirits pretty quickly. So Kuwabara eventually goes on missions and stuff with Yusuke, and he ends up developing his own spirit technique, which was the spirit sword, which to me, coolest thing in Yu Yu Hakusho. Also, I've had people say that Kuwabara is actually like one of the best characters. And me personally, I'll put him at like number 3 as far as best characters. But Kuwabara, he's like he was he's the, I want to say, the blueprint for characters like Bakugo who hate the main character, but at the same time they're really best friends. And the anger comes from a rivalry. So, at first, and I think that's what it was at first too, because like I said, he bullied or tried to bully Yusuke, but Yusuke always put them hands to him because he was always ready. So next character we have is Hiei. Hiei is a demon from the spirit world, and he was attempting to use some items to, I can't remember exactly what, because that's why I say like the beginning it was pretty slow, so I kind of forget it. Like my favorite part is the Dark Tournament art. Me personally, I'm just a fighting guy. Let's get it over with. But gotta develop your characters. But Hiei eventually becomes one of the team. Hiei is silent, strong type, use a sword. That's why he became my favorite instantly. I've always been a fan of anybody that uses a sword. Hiei was pretty much like a demon ninja. And later on, once he masters the Dragon of the Darkness Fist, oh my goodness, my boy Aura, he created Aura. Let's start off there. He created Aura, and my boy incinerated somebody to ashes. Well, matter of fact, it wasn't even ashes. It was his shadow left. That's how bad it burnt him. There was no coming back. So Hiei is another one of those. I'm tough as nails. Never show anything else, but he's soft because he got a sister. His sister is his soft spot, and he'll do anything for her. Also, him and Yusuke became real strong rivals because I feel like they were what in power. I think Hiei's skill kind of brought him up to where Yusuke was. So Yusuke was more power. Like, don't get me wrong, my boy got skill in hands, but I feel like he was more overwhelming power than anything. But Hiei, he definitely bridged that gap between them. And he has one of the better developments throughout the story. Like I said, he was a demon. He was all about I'm gonna do what I need to do for me and whatever business I got, and everybody getting cut down. But he does go through a great development, especially when they spend time in the demon realm. He definitely develops a lot more and gets an understanding of who he is. So all in all, he's a 10-10 character. I'm gonna give it to him. He is a 10-10 character. Then we have I'm forgetting his name. Let me okay. Then we got Kurama. Kurama is a demon fox who was on the brink of death, and he got inside of somebody's body and pretty much rebirthed himself. And he was always soft hearted, I feel like, although in the demon world he was classified like S rank or something like that. So him becoming a human and being reborn, it actually like showed him love and tenderness, and that became his whole personality, is like saving and helping people. And his mom got sick, so he really, that's how he got into it with Hiei. He was looking for an artifact to try to heal his mother. So he was on the time of I want to do whatever it takes to help my mom. So, much respect for the boy. He also manipulates plants. And I think most of them are some kind of plants from the demon world. But he mostly uses like a whip made out of thorns. And his particular flower that he loves is roses. So the boy Karama is ill. He's precision incarnated. Now, when we get to the dark tournament, and there was a device that let my boy transform into his true self. Oh, soft-hearted Karama was gone. Nah, it was straight blood lust the entire time. My boy didn't smile, smirk, nothing. He was like Goku when he turned Super Saiyan 3. Seriousness. And after that, then we got what's her name? Genkai. Genkai is, I feel like, one of the best teachers. She definitely got to go down in top 10 senseis in anime. Genkai was a legendary spirit manipulator, I guess. I can't remember if she was actually a spirit detective, but Genkai pretty much was the strongest human in this show until um Yusuke came around, and she developed many techniques. It was people that was willing to die to learn anything from her, which she actually held like a training session. I don't know if this was the only one in the show or she had multiple, but Genkai would host these sessions where anybody could come if you heard about it, and you had to literally survive through like small training and hand-to-hand combat and just different scenarios. And it was like if you got to the end, you got to learn her technique. And the thing was, she only picked one person, which obviously ended up being Yusuke, because that boy, he was throwing hands, he was not giving up. And him and Genkai, they butted heads all the time. So it was like yeah, this boy more like me, he can handle it. And we also had, let me see who else. I'm what's his name? What's his name? It's not on here. Okay, well, whatever. But so they have several arcs in the show. They have the first, I don't know what it's called, but it's just pretty much Yusuke learning about the spirit world, and then we go on to his love interest. She gets kidnapped, so this is the first time they actually go to the demon world, and they have to fight these guys called the, I think, four beasts, and they were just like pretty powerful demons, but I think they were weak, honestly, compared to everything else in the show. Then you have the Dark Tournament arc. It might be an arc in between, but Dark Tournament arc when they all go to the demon world, and it's just what it is. Everybody fights each other. They get a team of four. Everybody gets a team of four, and they fight until the last one. And is it Go? Is it Goro? I don't remember the dude name, but there's somebody in there who used to be human. Now he a demon, and bro flex like 5% of power and destroy an entire parking garage. He was the menace until more menaces came, of course. But Yusuke gave that man the spirit gun of a lifetime, and he died. No, it's more exciting than that though. But bro, power level like is immense. Like he started transforming at like I think 45%, and by the time he get to 100, he looks like a golem, honestly. Then you got the arc. I can't remember the arc name. I don't really. It's not really one of my favorites, but it's the previous Spirit Detective. He come up with this plan to actually break the barrier between the human world and the spirit world. It obviously fails, but bro was like he was the best kicker in all of Blue Lock when it comes to abilities. Also, he had multiple personalities, um, and they gave him like different powers or different, obviously different moves, and that determined different powers as well because it's spirit, which is soul energy, which develops into different ways of how you perceive things in the world. Is what I took it from. And then the last arc was the Demon World arc, where Yusuke had found out he was actually part demon because his father was a demon. And so he eventually goes to the demon world because his father is dying. And his father is actually the king of one of the kings of the demon world, and he's about to die. So he needs Yusuke to replace him so he doesn't lose his spot, obviously. But what it comes down to is a tournament to decide who will be the one true Demon King. And what's crazy is the fight ends with none of the current Demon Kings actually becoming the one true king for a while. And they did like a presidency, so like he only can rule for so long. But it was like a regular Joe out there that ended up winning the tournament. It's a lot of episodes. I can't say how many. Excuse me, but Yu Yu Hakusho is a lot of episodes. It's a nice lengthy watch. I say it probably take you maybe a week to watch, depending on what your schedule like. But it is a little lengthy. Maybe like 30, 40 episodes. Da, da, da. It's a 112 episodes. So nah. Well, nah, real anime watchers can do it in a week. For everybody else that cares about the world and stuff, yeah, it'll take y'all like maybe 2-3 weeks. Clear 112 episodes. That's only if you only watch Yu Yu Hakusho, which is it keeps you engaged, and I really like it. It's a little bit something. It's a little something there for everybody. So it's good comedy, good action. Like I said, great character development, and character designs are pretty cool too. You know, I'm not gonna lie, they be putting that shit on. So I'm still, once again, 9 out of 9. I mean 9 out of 10, excuse me. But definitely go watch that, and I'll see y'all tomorrow.